Hey guys, it's Bri. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my bare face. I'm going to be scaring you guys for a little bit. I'm going to be showing you guys my routine from start to finish. I did want to include things like bronzer, contour, and blush and highlight because I feel like that's really important. It can make or break like a foundation. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys are interested, then just keep on watching.
Alright guys, so I'm starting off by applying my Cetaphil moisturizing lotion, and I'm just applying that all over my freshly washed face. You never ever want to put any type of makeup on a dirty, greasy face. That is just going to make you break out even worse. Trust me, I know. And yeah, so next I'm just applying some chapstick. Gotta keep your lips hydrated. As you guys can tell, I ran out of chapstick like the first time ever. It's like my biggest accomplishments in life, like finishing a chapstick tube. But anyways, yes, just moisturizing my lip. So the next step that I do is I apply primer, and I'm using the Baby Skin primer for this. Now, I only apply the primer on like the center of my face. I don't really apply it outward just because I feel like I tend to get more greasy and oily throughout the day, and that's not a cute look, boo-boo. So I just kind of concentrate on that general area, and then I also put a little bit on my forehead. So I've already gone ahead and filled in my eyebrows just to save a little bit of time, and I'm just taking a sip of coffee because, you know, I gotta have my morning coffee. So for foundation, I love the Milani 2-in-1 foundation. It is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. This foundation, you guys, is so freaking amazing. I love like caking this on. It's so full coverage. And I just kind of dot that all over my face, you guys. I don't really have a specific method. And then I go ahead and use my Real Technique sponge to go ahead and blend everything in. And I know you guys can tell that my foundation is way too light for my face. So I go ahead and go in with that, another foundation. It's the same one, it's just a darker shade. And I put a little bit of this on my cheek area and a little bit on my forehead. And this like kind of mixes in with the other one. And it creates like the perfect shade for me, I feel like. And then again, just like blending everything out. And then the next step that I take is I just go ahead and conceal my under eye circles. I have really bad under eye circles. I'm not even sure why. Like, I get enough sleep, like I am hydrated. I don't know, but I just have really dark under eyes, so I love putting a shit ton of concealer to kind of mask that. And the concealer that I use is from Maybelline. Now to set everything, I love using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. It is so affordable and it's mattifying, which I love. And to set my under eyes, you guys, I've been using the sponge, the Real Technique sponge, and then kind of swirling it in the pan and then setting my under eye concealer. I feel like it prevents me from putting too much powder underneath my eyes, which if that happens, it can look cakey and just start like settling into fine lines and things. So I just like using a sponge to apply the powder, and then using the Wet n Wild's flat top brush, I go ahead and set the rest of my face with it. And you guys can see I'm like tapping it all over my face and not really swirling it as much, just because I really want to make sure that I set the foundation well. Next up for bronzing, I use
Alright guys, so that's basically it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please give me a huge thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or requests, please leave them down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!